Alright guys, we are back for day number 4. And today we're going to talk about meditation and just the importance of taking a break. Um, just recently I've started a map or an app called Headspace, and they like a meditation service, I guess you could say. What they do is they just kind of walk you through step by step and how to kind of relax and take a break. And every video is about 10 minutes long, so I mean, you're gonna have 10 minutes during the day. I usually do it at like 2 a.m. That's when I go to sleep, so I'll do it like right before, maybe like 30 minutes before, get my mind straight, kind of calm down. And maybe I might start trying to do it in the morning and see how starting my day like that is. For me, it's just a good way to wind down. If I'm anxious, if I'm sad, or even if I'm happy, then it's a good way to just end the day. Especially if you're sad or you're angry, it'll kind of calm you down. If you're happy, then it's just going to kind of strengthen those feelings. So I believe doing something like that, and it doesn't have to be an app. It could just be taking 10 minutes and actually like finding quiet. Um, it's just something that I don't think a lot of people do. A lot of people are rushing through the day and they're going to their job or they're going to work, they're going to school, whatever it is. And they're just 24/7, they're just full blasters. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like working hard and being focused and driven is that's all perfect. That's what I want people to do. But when you're constantly doing that, it takes a lot of stress on the body. And you need time to relax, you need time to kind of figure things out, right? Take a minute to breathe. It seems like we're so strangled in life that at every chance it's just have to go home, rush, eat, go to sleep, and then wake up and do it all the next day. If you can take 10 minutes out of your day, it'll kind of just relax you. It'll get you in that mindset that it's okay, you can get through it, and you can start really having deeper thoughts. I think when you take time, those thoughts that maybe are super good ideas will actually take time to develop in your head, and you'll start to give real intentional thought to those, and maybe you can put that into a business. Maybe you can make that into something that you can get monetary assets out of. It's just if you are constantly rushing through, how are those thoughts ever going to break through, right? If you're instead of thinking about an idea you have, you're thinking about when do I get out of work? Am I going to be late? What can I eat today, right? And all those things just can really take a toll on your body, especially over time. I mean, I think the younger you start meditation, the better off you're going to be. It doesn't matter what age you are, you can always start to meditate, but I think the younger you are, you're setting yourself up better to have a better mindset in the future. You're going to be less stressful. Um, and apps like this they're helpful for me because, I mean, if you're already on your phone, right? I try to stay off my phone as much as possible. I mean, I deleted all my social media. For right now, I believe social media is a really good thing, but I believe there's a time and place for it. And for right now, when I need to focus on finding what my passion is and my drive, they're too distracting, right? If I'm constantly scrolling through Instagram and looking at Snapchats and worrying about streaks on Snapchat, then I'm not worrying about myself. And you have to have a certain level of selfishness in this world to try to make it, right? So delete all that, but I replace it with apps like that, like Headspace. So I believe it's just really good to have that right in front of you, right? So I'm never going to forget. It keeps track of the day, so instead of a snap streak, you can have a meditation streak. It kind of seems a little bit lamer, but you get the point, right? Um, but again, you can just take time, even 5 minutes out of the day, right? Maybe on the way to work, you just don't put music on, right? You just kind of have clear thoughts. You just kind of clear your head. You look forward to the day ahead of you, and you focus in on each task that you have to do, or you just let your mind just wander, right? Um, and that's what the app does. It lets you first kind of take breaths in and focus on that, and then there's points in the meditation where you just let your mind go. Um, I think stopping thoughts and mentally blocking them is a really bad thing. Sometimes you just need to let your brain go off, right? And I think we all have time during the day. I mean, it's 10 minutes, right? You can do that any part of the day, maybe even at lunchtime, right? I feel meditation is key to finding who you are yourself as well. You're taking time for you, right? Meditation isn't for other people, it's for you. And I want to talk a lot on my channel about kind of, I don't want to say selfishness because it's a pretty bad word. It's like people think of narcissism right away, right? But the selfishness I'm talking about is not caring about other people. It's that if you want to care about other people, you should try to put your best self forward for them first, right? You kind of want to focus on you before you can start to help other people, right? How are you going to help people if your life is a mess? If your life isn't following what you're teaching, right? You can't preach and not be. So everything that I'll say on my channel will be stories that I've had, lessons that I've learned, and I'm never going to teach about something that I will never do, right? So I think that's just something to get out there. I don't want, when people hear me say selfish, I don't want you to think, oh, this kid just thinks about himself all the time. That's not true. It's just that sometimes, sometimes you need to kind of take a step back and see where you can make improvements. And that's what meditation will help you do. Again, this was kind of a shorter video today. Hopefully, I'll have a lot more time tomorrow to put out a video, so I'll try to make a longer video. It just, right now with my whole setup, right, it takes a lot of space on my computer, so I have to delete every video, and I was just a mess when you're just kind of jumping into YouTube and you're just kind of throwing stuff out there. I didn't really have a setup, so this is so far what I can do, but tomorrow, try to get a longer video. Maybe we'll do the part 2 Texas story. I'm not sure. Might save that for later. But anyways, thank you for watching day number 4, and I'll see you in the next